Good morning, beautiful people. Marie Alessi here. I want to talk to you about something that is so important where we are at in the world right now. I can really feel that there is such a universal shift happening right now, and I know that a lot of you feel that too. There's so much going on in the world that divides us, so much going on in the world that unites us. And I really want to remind you that it is yours to choose whether you let what is happening divide or unite us. And this is why I think it is time for all of us to step out of our shadows and stand up for what we believe in. So it actually brought me back to a really beautiful poem written by Marianne Williamson for Nelson Mandela, and that is the poem Our Deepest Fear. And for those of you who don't know it, I actually want to read it to you before I get started with this live. Let me just zoom in on that so I can actually read that properly to you guys. Here we go. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are here for a reason. Your playing small does not save the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people want. Oh God, this ad pops up right in front of the poem while I'm reading it. Here we go. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are born to manifest the glory that is within us. It is in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others the permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Now, I have read this poem so many times, and this is the first time I actually picked not quite the original version. I just realized that while I was reading it because I know that poem so well. And I will share this poem in the comments below afterwards, but you get the gist. There is really something that is so enlightening about stepping into your power, stepping out of your shadows, stepping into the light. And by doing that, you automatically liberate others to do the same. You become literally the shining example. And as we all know, it takes courage. It takes courage to step out of your shadows and step into who you feel that you need to be to help the world on whatever level it is that your chosen purpose is. I have done so much of this, stepping out of my shadows and stepping up into a bigger version of myself since Rob passed. And there were so many levels for me that felt scary at the beginning, and I felt there's no way in the world that I could do this. Yet for me, action always replaces doubt. You know, whenever there is doubt, you just take the next step, the next step, the next step, and before you know it, you've climbed that entire all those levels that you thought that you'd never get to. I remember in 2017, I had a vision and I shared it with Rob back then. He was still around. And I said, babe, I'm having this vision of me standing on the big stage and speaking to like thousands of people. And I've got a message of love and connection to share. And my vision really scared me. Back then, it felt so big and so unreachable. It really felt out of reach for me. And at the time, I was running a coaching business and I was focusing on helping people with their personal growth to achieve business growth. And I had been invited to speak at various stages, but those were small stages. I'm talking about networking functions where there were 35 to 50 people maybe in the room. Back then, I thought that's petrifying enough for me. And I overcame that fear in time, you know, because I did it on a regular basis. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it. And the more you get used to 35 people, the better it is to speak to 50 people, etc., etc. You get the idea. And then in 2018, I stood on a stage in front of 500 people and I spoke about love and connection, and it was at my husband's funeral. I would have never expected that. I would have not expected at that time that the first time that I was speaking to a really large audience would be at Rob's funeral. And I remember the emotion that was going through me while I was standing there. There was an emotion of deep purpose. There was this absolute wish to leave every single person in the room with a bigger picture around love and connection. I wanted to move people, literally move them and move them into a new position in their life, not just move them emotionally, but move them in the way that they would make a difference in their own life, in their own relationship, in their career, whatever their choices were. I wanted to remind them that they have choices and that they can choose where and who they want to be in their lives. And the wave that came back to me afterwards was really touching. People would reach out to me weeks and months after the funeral, how much my speech had impacted them. And I also remember standing up there on stage knowing this to be my purpose, to share a message of love and connection, to motivate people to step into their light and to step into who they are supposed to be. And to remember that we all have choices. That was a really big thing for me. So that became bigger than anything else. I wasn't thinking about fear anymore while I was standing up there. I just thought about how can I possibly bring this message across that most people, if not potentially all of them, would take this message away. I really wanted as many people as possible to get this message while I was standing there. That was my sole purpose, my sole focus while I was up there. And of course, I was looking down on my boys and wondering how they would deal with all of that. So this was a big stepping out of the shadows moment for me and standing up there, stepping into the light, like literally stepping into the limelight up there in front of 500 people and bringing this message across. And ever since, there was more and more stepping up to do. You know, when I opened up this movement, I still remember how nerve-wracking that was, opening the doors to, you know, first hundreds and then thousands of people, and knowing that the movement has now gone around the world. You know, it's really become a global movement, and as we speak, there's 3,200 plus people in this group, and I know that there are so many people who need to hear the message, who need to hear a message of hope and of purpose and of choices and of healing and of happiness and allowing and opportunities. And we are all here together to do this, all of us, not just me. I understand that I am the founder of the group, and therefore a lot of people see me as the leader in the group, but I can see so many leaders in the group, you know, not just my mod squad, Shalina and Christopher and Terry. There are so many more people that I really look up to, that I really think that are really amazing, and they've got a message to share, and they've got a message of hope and love and happiness and potential to share, and the choices to remember. And I can see a lot of you in this group. The title Loving Love After Loss has attracted so many people in that mindset into this group. And I believe that if I can stand up and do this for you, and every single one that I have an impact on can do this for other people around them, I can see this happening in a group on a regular basis, that other people start stepping up and sharing the hope and the love and the connection. And I love that you guys do that, because you are helping me, and you are helping me through other people, for everyone to get this mission, for everyone to receive healing in the time where they need it the most and expect it the least, because society does not prepare people who are going through grief to deal with this, in a healthy way, and from a point of stepping out of your shadows and into the light, and from a point of choices. Society has not taught us that. But I'm here to do that, and I know that I can't do this on my own. So I have decided to step up again and step out into the limelight and really share the message to thousands and thousands of people how I originally saw it in my vision in 2017. So I'm going to announce this here. Just not that I really thought about that before, but I'm just doing it right now. I've actually taken on a coach to help me prepare for my first TEDx talk. So this will be happening next year, and now I've put it out there for accountability. I'm actually really, really excited to do this. So the message will be one of hope, one of helping you change your life right now and not sitting around waiting, because we never know what tomorrow brings. So a long time ago, probably quite a few months ago, I've done a talk around why wait. Death doesn't either, and you can probably find that on my YouTube channel or here in the group Loving Life After Loss. And I would really like to take that as a base to make that even bigger and stronger in a message for my first TEDx talk. Yes, my first one. I'm definitely intending to do more than one. So this is big, not to say this is huge for me, yet I understand when other people step into the light, they inspire me. And when I step into the light, I inspire you. So I love that all of us together, we create a ripple effect that goes around the world. And as a collective, we can stand for what we believe in. And I do believe in healing. I do believe that I can heal the world from grief. And I know that I'm not going to do this alone. All of you watching this message here are already contributing by opening their hearts and minds to this very message. So all I want to do is send love to you. I got a beautiful message, and I cannot read this without my glasses on. So such a beautiful inspiration for bringing love, laughter, and light back into lives. Thank you so much. I will go back into the Facebook group because this is when I can actually see who that was. I have a suspicion who this person might be. So I want to encourage you to step into the light, to go out there into the world and share a message of hope. And that is a really beautiful message to spread some contagiousness around the world in terms of love and hope and happiness and healing. Let that be contagious. Let that spread around the world because we all need it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for stepping into your light. Step out of those shadows because the world needs to hear your message. Thank you so much. This is Marie signing off. Bye for now.